So what's so fun about this business, you guys, is every week we have new people flooding into our team. So this is Team Unstoppable. It's led by Susan Frank, who's #1 in the world. So for you guys to get and me to get training for the #1 in the world who shows up for us every week, week in, week out. We're so honored and grateful. And you guys have kind of come in like a wrecking ball. Everybody has posting, sharing your gifts, sharing these amazing products with everybody. So what we want to do today is really key in on what we can do from a social media standpoint, how you can really capitalize on stories and reels in your posts, and how we're really going to fully step into this 28-day challenge. Susan Frank's husband Susan Frank participated in this last year. So she's kind of got an idea of how this goes, how we can utilize it. And then we have Amber May, who is incredible with stories, reels, and she's going to go through this presentation, just the slide deck. And this presentation is in boards. It's a recording, like a 25-30 minute recording that you guys will definitely want to watch if you have not watched, giving you some tips. So we'll kind of let Susan kick it off, and then we'll go into Amber actually sharing more, because she's incredible with all of the stories and making them really pull people in. So what I've learned from the social media girl is that basically when we're posting at 9 and 3, you're going to need to continue to do that no matter what. Always do that. And but that's really catering to your current followers. So we're going to use stories and reels to bring in all the new people. All right, Susan, I'm going to let you kick it off, and we've got the recording going, and I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, well, I'm excited all of you guys are here. And like she said, my husband, it took him 9 years to get serious about the Slenderized Skinny Drops and to get on task. Like I would try to get him and he just wasn't focusing. He didn't care. So the last year, the Slenderized Challenge, he got serious and he submitted his pictures, and he put nothing bad in his mouth for 28 days. That's the first time since I've known him in 20 some years. But it helped because I would get on the Zooms every week, and we'll have a Zoom from Dr. Strand, Barbara, who's behind the wellness of everything, and he would hear what the drops are doing, why he needed to stay on that food plan. And I saw not only it helped him, but it helped our whole team. And we got some great before and afters. And the ones that were vulnerable to share their pictures, their business absolutely exploded after the challenge. So whether if you need to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, if you don't need to lose any, definitely promote the challenge and get it out there and offer it to your customers, because I mean, we used to charge $100 for the challenge, and they're getting it for free through the company from the experts. So it's just exciting, and it's a great motivation to get yourself on task with getting healthy. That's what we want. We don't want medical problems. We don't want to not feel good, and everybody wants to win financially. And how you win financially here is to help people get healthy and help people get wealthy. It's such a beautiful business, and it's so exciting what we have our hands on. So if you want to know anything else, Susan, just let me know and we can turn it over. If you feel like the 9 and 3 is the most you can do, like schedule your posts, share them to Telegram. Definitely do that. If you feel like, hey, that's all I can do, that's great. That should be the minimum. But if you want to step your business up, get a further reach, and do more, that's what they're going to train you now. So don't get overwhelmed. Don't feel like, I mean, this is your business. You do whatever you can make time for, but nobody has extra time in their life. That everybody needs extra money, and people want health. Like, it takes effort to be unhealthy. It takes effort to be healthy with all the wins. So we put effort in and get the win. So turning it back to you there, Susan.
Okay, awesome. So Amber, let's ask you, girl, do you feel like we should play the recording and let everybody kind of hear that and go through the slide deck? It looks like there's some people that were there when we did the training right after Christmas, or do you feel that we should just kind of do the slide deck and you show them the stories and then they can kind of watch it on the back end? What are you feeling?
I think I should go through this deck
Perfect.
and talk within it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so hello, everybody. Just put in the chat right now. Tell me if you have Instagram. Put a 1 in the chat if you have Instagram. I want to see how many people do. If you do not have Instagram, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, cool. This is great because this is really, really going to help simplify your stories. Okay, so I see a couple 2s coming through right now. So we're going to need to help you on the back end of this. Okay, we want to get you posting on both of those platforms. Just to make it easier on yourself. If that's too much, I will just help you with Facebook. Either one will work. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to help you get out there a little bit more. So all of you with 1s, part of what I'm saying will resonate. There's a part of Facebook that doesn't do as many things on your stories as Instagram does, but let's go over here and let's just talk about stories and why they're important. I typically will do stories. Let me share my screen with you.
Alexa off.
Okay. So typically, I'm looking at this from both sides, but I'm going to just go off of what this says right here, and then I'm going to add to it, you guys. So stories are all about connection and selling, closing. When we spoke about funneling your stories and visibility, they're about connection. Essentially, you want to think about this like the behind the scenes of you. Post consistently 5 to 10 stories a day. Post throughout the day, not just in one time frame. Share value. Use variety of content. Share videos, pictures, quotes, boomerangs, real life tips, and make it interesting. Okay, so essentially what it says here at the top, right? Post 5 to 10 stories a day. Now, some of you are not going to be wanting to post that many a day, but I want you to start with something, right? So start with 1 to 2 if you have to, just to get comfortable with it. But honestly, stories are really, really easy to post. All you have to do, and I'll show you how in a little bit, is go in and just take a second, and you can actually select a couple. Yes, it says to share throughout the day, not just in one time frame, but you could put more than one picture at one time really quickly onto a post. I mean, make it a bathroom break real quick. Maybe, I mean, if you're texting between someone, take 2 seconds and do it instead. But it's super easy, and you can see what's really cool about stories, you guys, is that you can see who is watching you. So you can see who is paying attention to your posts, who's liking your posts, who's watching and not saying anything to you, so that you have the ability to go back and touch base with those people in some way. Posting, sharing value. Yeah, don't just, I mean, kind of post within your personality. If there's quotes that resonate with you, they might not be exactly what you are feeling, but maybe they resonate with you and you just want to share that value. If there is a sale that you're doing and you want to share that, post that on there. If there is content that has information that you think is really important, post that on there. And go on there and just, if you want to speak to your story instead of going live on Facebook, you could totally do that too there. So there's a variety of ways that you can post to your stories and just make things interesting. Let's see. Tips on how to boost engagement. These slides are coming from the training that we did. So there is a video you guys can go back in and watch. I'm just going over this quickly for you so that I can actually go in and also show you how to post. Tips for how to boost engagement outside of everything I've talked about. Okay. Look at your insights and see what your most viewed stories are. Okay. So this is something I have to work on. This is something I learned more from her. And I also had just heard this from another person not too long ago. maybe it was Valley Barber talking. Hers was more on TikTok, so I'm not going to get into that. But watching your insights and seeing what people are looking for on hashtags or what time of day people are actually watching your stories. So I'm going to go in here and show you what I mean by that because I had to look it up here. Here's mine. I'm going into my, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going into my professional dashboard because we all should be set up on professional mode. If you are not, please just get with your higher up and just ask, hey, how do I get into professional mode? And it will allow you not only to post your posts as far as going in and scheduling them, your 9 and 3, but it also will give you insights on what performance your posts are doing. So you can go last 28 days, or you can go even further back if you wanted to. You can see how many views are on there. You can go to your recent posts and see, oh, wow, look, this one with my family really gets a lot, you know? So posting what your what you are doing, not just your 9 and 3 posts is very important because I mean the difference in engagement there. I mean, yes, I have my, almost 350 here and this other one. Those are both slenderized, but look at my one with my family. So people are wanting to see who you are as well. It shows down here who your followers are, what your demographic is, which is really important because then you know who you're targeting when you're making your post. So if you see that there are people that you know, depending on the age, I'm not going to post a bunch of things that resonate probably with 18-year-olds. That's just not going to be where I go. But anyway, so you kind of get a little.
I do too.
What happened? Oh, sorry. Someone must not be muted. Okay.
Where?
And so let me go back into this slideshow here that I had. Where were you? There we are. Okay, and so asking for your audience's feedback. Yes, when you post on your stories, go ahead and there are ways for you, which I will show you, there are ways for you to do calls to action. Just like in your regular posts at the end, it usually says DM me, message me, say skinny if you want more info, that type of thing. On your stories, you can also add text to them. You can add text, you can add extra pictures, you can add polls like which right now I'm doing a poll on what dress to take to Destin because it's an emerald green theme. And so I did a poll and that's where I'm getting engagement from people who are doing A, B, or C, which it probably will still be on my story here. I'm not sure when we look here in a minute. Sorry. Share something new or try something new. So of course, anything new that you want to try, it does not have to be slenderized. It does not have to be within the company. It can be a new lipstick. It can be a new drink. It can be a new sweater. I don't know, but you can talk about that on your stories and it's not a bad thing. Tell a story. If there's something that's happened to you that's funny and you just want to talk about it, then tell it. Just get it out there. It might resonate with someone. Caption your stories when talking, so you can add captions or take captions off where it'll sit there and you can see the words that are coming out of your mouth, which is kind of good because sometimes people have their phones off, like the silent part, like if they're just laying in bed to go to, I don't know, they're laying next to their partner who's sleeping and they don't want to wake them up. The captions are nice for that. Otherwise, you're just clicking because you can't hear what they're saying. Use a hook to start your story. Don't just, I remember hearing this within the training. It's like, don't just start everyone with, hey, you guys, or hey, Facebook, or, the same thing every time. And she actually said for you to be more like, hi, friend, not friends, but friend, because you want them to feel like you're speaking to them. And I thought that was a really cool thing. So that's something I'm going to start using as a lead when I start talking on Facebook or on my story. And it can be intimidating. So, I mean, start it however you have to start it. Don't get hung up on that, but just get better as you go. And then, yes, down here, use the singular terms like you or friend instead of you guys or friends. Make it seem like you're talking to that person that's watching your story, even though it's going to be all kinds of different people. Selling in stories. So this right here is what you want to do within, if you have a sale that's going on and you want to put out there what the sale is going to be, and what it's for, then this right here is what you can go through on how to post. You know, first you're going to lay out what the problem is, what your target audience is struggling with. Second, you're going to explain why what you have offers something for their, you know, for their, what they want. Go ahead and give them the dream of what they want. The next is going to be testimonials. You can do your own. You can do the ones that we have with Slenderize. The call to action is going to be telling them what to do to get these same results. So you're going to tell them what they need in order, you know, the drops, and to follow the food plan. And I mean, you don't really have to do vigorous exercise. It says not to. So, you know, something to move your body though. And then time sensitive offers. So you want to go ahead, you don't want to do it like a week long. You kind of want to make it more time sensitive. You can get 24-hour type thing where, oh, this is when you can get this for this sale. It just kind of makes things go faster so that, and if you can make something catchy along with it, like a phrase, a catchphrase or something, then that's always good too. Let's see. And so that is the information on that one. And these slides, Susan, can you put these slides into the chat right now, please? Just so that anyone can
did.
grab them. Okay, perfect.
I put
Thank you.
a copy of each one, and
Oh,
we'll put
perfect.
it in boards as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, can you try to make that quite a bit bigger, Amber? We can't see it at all.
Can you
If
see
you
this
can
now?
see, yeah, if you zoom in, like maybe another inch or two. Yeah, that's a little better, babe. Thanks.
No problem. So this is what I was just talking about. This is what you're going to do. Address the problem, give them the solution, show some testimonials, give a call to action on what they need to do in order to reach this goal, and tell them the offer that you have for their sale. Then, you know, when you're sharing your posts and reels, don't just share, like when you make reels on Facebook or Instagram in your regular feed, don't just leave them there, because you can always share your posts or your reels into, I'm going to move to the next slide here. If you're going to build something on Facebook, if you're going to make a live or you're going to make a reel or take the time to do that, definitely don't short yourself on not adding that also to your stories, because people scroll, yes, but for some reason people want to know kind of the behind the scenes. It's more like a Snapchat version, because people throw things on their stories that they won't throw in their feed. They might just throw a blurb of maybe where they're eating or the food that they have. I mean, back in the day when we first started Facebook, I think a lot of people posted food on their feed, but now it's running like more to a story feed, is how I feel like it does it. But between, you know, restaurants you're going to, things you're doing with friends, foods, if you're at the soccer field, like lots of those things, you know, you can do action videos like of kids playing soccer. You can do, you know, funny games during Christmas that were going on in video. Like all these things can be put on your story that you might not think that would be cool enough or aesthetically correct to put on your Instagram or your Facebook feed, because you don't know how that's going to look. These things you can pop in there just so people get a little bit better engagement with you. They want to know who you are. Let's see. This poll, talking about polls and stickers and stuff like that to get them engaged. I did talk about that. We did that with my dress. I'll show you that here in just a little bit. And then people just want to see you as a real human. Okay. So this is a true story. They don't want to just see you selling all the time. And that's why I say, you know, your personality can come out with quotes, you know. Sometimes I use feisty ones, sometimes I use soft ones, sometimes I use lovey ones. Like it just depends on what I'm resonating with that day. But I love comedy, like things to make you laugh. Everyone wants to laugh. So if you find something that makes you laugh, throw it on your story, guys. Share that so everyone can laugh. But yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just something, it's supposed to be fun, something that you can play with, but it also helps people to get to know you better. So I'm taking you into my Instagram. Let's see, let's go here. So this was yesterday. I started the day off. And I think my poll from my dress must be gone, but we'll go back to my archives and find it. So there's my nails I got done yesterday, and that was a boomerang. Um, just another one there. But you see how it just folds through? Here's another. This girl right here has like 12,000 followers. She's in my Mujeres y Metas group, which is a group I decided to join in my area. Most of them are Latino girls, but I love them. They've been great. They all have goals. Women with goals is what that means. And they've been so fun to be around, such an insight of different spaces and things around the area. But it's cool. You see what she's posting. She went through a journey of weight loss, you guys. So I'm trying to get in a chat with her a little more because she did it with the shot. But she's got like 12,000 followers. And these are the types of things that she posts. This is one of my girls who has a day spa. This is what she's posting. You know, it's just obviously there's ads all through there, but as you can see, everybody kind of just posts like fun things on their stories. So I'm going to go to my archives and show you guys real quick my one on my dress, the poll on my dress. And so in between there, you know, I showed that I got commissions. I did another, let's see, I do a lot of, my mom and I got a tattoo. I put that on there. But let me find this poll for you.
Okay, so somebody's asking, should we be posting in feed, story, or groups at 9 and 3? 9 and 3, you post in your feed. This is above and beyond, is doing stories or reels. So
Yes.
you definitely want to post in your feed at 9 and 3. And as she's getting oh, you got your green dress, too cute. But you can use this in your stories with the challenge. If you're doing the challenge, take a picture of you with your plate at breakfast, you with your plate at lunch. Like, you take a picture of your shoes and you going on a walk, like you're healthy living.
Yes.
Or you going on vacation because of your home business income, or you being able to do a little bit more this Christmas. It's things like that. So go ahead, Amber May.
So
You
this
show
is,
them, will you show them exactly how you created this right here?
yes,
And
totally, totally. Yeah. So
Perfect.
this is, I'm going to show you guys how I did this. Right now I'll make a new poll about, I don't know what, but I'll make it right now. Okay. So this right here, you can actually share the results also after they have these polls. So this is kind of me just making something for my Destin trip. Okay, let's go in here. The reason I love Instagram is because you can add to your Instagram story and you actually can make it go to your Facebook story as well. So you don't have to do two stories. All right. Let's see here. So the way I did this was I added an image. So I'm going to take this image. Actually, that's not how I did it. I did a cropped photo with, you know how we do our before and afters. And so I put 4 of them into my little crop photo, but you can actually add 4 photos here. I'll just do it that way. Here's this one. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. And so when you have a photo and you want to add a photo, you just go up here to this little happy face. You go over here where it says photo. So right under location, you tap photo and you grab another photo. Okay. The lines in Instagram, they're going to tell you kind of like how big they want it. You see those lines? They're going to show you how big they want it. So this one I should make a little smaller. And then I'm going to grab another photo. Whoops. Let's grab this one. Oh, I already did that one.
What are you hitting to grab a photo?
Okay, so you see up here this little square that has a happy face? Right
Yeah.
next, up, yeah, okay, so hit the square and then you go in and it pulls your pictures back up. So I'm
Perfect.
gonna add this photo. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Put it in there, and then I'm gonna grab one more photo. Which one did I not put on there yet? Okay. So there's how I did that right there. Okay, you've got all 4 photos. Then I'm gonna take my text and I'm gonna go whoops. You know what I mean. A, and then I'm gonna go B. Then I'm gonna do C. And then I'm gonna do D. Whoops. Sorry, guys, even I have issues at times, but. And there's D. Okay, and so then I'm gonna go back in here to that same one. I don't want pictures anymore. You see this page right here? This is where you can plug anything in on your pictures or on your stories, okay? Right here, you could put the location of where you're at. If you pop that, I can tap Napomo and it'll tell people that I'm in Napomo, California. I don't want that on my story though right now. If you go here, you can mention people, the @ to be able to put someone on there. It lets you take you to music, even though there's the other music button as well. But the photo right there where it says photo. So you hit this button, then you tap the photo, and that's how you get back into your photos. If you go here and you tap that button, you can put the date, you can put gifts, you can put the weather. But here's where you get your poll. Okay, so then I'm going to ask it a question. Which dress for Destin? And I'm going to put A, B, C, D. Make it smaller, leave it right there in the middle, I guess. But that's where people can start polling. Okay, so when I add it to my story, they'll start tapping just like you saw that last one on which one they think they like the best. Okay, does that make sense? Speak up to me if it does not. Another thing that I like
Where
to do.
did you hit?
Poll. Okay, so I came back up in here where that happy face square was.
Oh, I see it.
And so there, yeah, poll. And this is also, you guys, where you can add your link. So if you have a Skinny Drop link, you can take your link and add it in here. Would you like me to show you how to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's go. Let me pull up. I need to grab a link real quick.
And while she's getting that, you guys, what she said about polls was that it's much better to do something that they have to interact with beyond yes or no. Like, do you want to lose weight for 2025? Yes or no, right? More like, how many pounds would you like to lose in 2025? So that people are interactive. And that goes back to what Amber was originally saying with the engagement that you're going to kind of be watching to see who interacted with what. Also, while she's getting that, she said, keep showing yourself taking the drops over and over and over, but say something about it. Like, hey, I originally started these drops, you guys, because I was having night sweats. They're amazing. And take the drops over and over and over. And kind of like what Susan's saying, this is what I eat in a regular day on using the homeopathic hormone balancing drops for the best results. And you can do all of this in Instagram, or you could create it just like you've been doing in stories. But Instagram gives you a lot more options, and then it's shared to both things.
Okay, so here we are on Instagram. I'm going to add to my story. And I'm going to I'll just put this on here. This is just for funsies, okay? And now I'm going to add my link. So I go up here. I had just pulled my smart link from my back office, you guys. I copied my smart link from my back office. Did you miss that part? because that's part of it. So you have to copy your link from your back office. Okay, so you've got it copied. Then you're going to come into your Instagram. You're going to add to your story. You're going to pull the picture that you want to add. And then you're going to go here to that square with the happy face. And you're going to tap on, look down here on the right-hand side, right by the eyes with the hearts to the right. There's poll and then there's link. You're going to tap on that word link. And then that's where you're going to paste the link that you just took from your back office. And you're going to hit done, and there it is right there. So people can just tap on that link if they want to. That right there is for a 10-pack. So I might just leave it. Oh, but yeah, so that's how you add a link for your partner co information. Did everyone understand that?
That is so cool, Amber. Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Here are another thing I like to do is a countdown. I love like countdown. See, right now it still has my countdown to Destin in there. So what I'll do later today is I'll take this countdown and I'll add it to my story again because it shows, but I'll put a pretty picture behind it, you know, whether it's with you girls, like so excited to see these girls or what it'll be. But that's what I'll be doing here, you know, the next few days because we're on countdown. So it's
Where'd you
always
grab
fun.
the countdown? Excuse me for interrupting. Where'd you grab the countdown, dear?
No problem. So this happy face square thing is going to be your best friend.
Okay.
So go down past the heart eyes, go down past hashtag, and right under hashtag is countdown. And so you tap on that word countdown, and then you can create a countdown if you don't, you know, just add say what it is, and then you'll set the date to whatever the date is that you're going on that countdown.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, and so see these right here, the weather, the time, that kind of stuff is always fun to pop in there too. But you know, you guys, in your area, what is really good to pop on are your location. If you want someone, like if you're popping your Slender Eyes, like this right here for Vinali, I could just pop my location as far as Napomo, and people in Napomo, they follow Napomo's location. Like people follow different locations. So those stories will pop up on people you don't even know. Hashtags. Hashtags are another thing that gets, excuse me, that gets followed. But it's kind of cool because you get new people on your stories that you didn't plan on even touching base with. You know what I mean? You can ask questions on here, ask a question. People will answer your questions and then you can repost those questions, the answers to the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your health goals? And if someone responds to it, you can screenshot that and add it to your story later. It's kind of cool.
Amber, so
What?
are you sharing from Instagram to Facebook?
Yes. Because Facebook doesn't have as many of these things to play with. They have some. Let's go into Facebook.
Can you show
I
us
just
that setting, Amber, to make sure everybody is set to post from Instagram to Facebook?
you know, it usually, hold on, let's see. It usually will ask you when you start posting. That's how I did it, but let me see here. I'm sure there's a spot we can do that. I can find it. Like and share accounts. No. I will find that out and I will send that in our chat because I'll do a little video on it. I don't want to make you guys sit here while I'm trying to figure it out myself. But usually it will ask you right at the beginning if you want to do that. If you want to also send this to Facebook if you're not doing it already.
So Amber, I
yes.
have a question in the feed, like, how do you make it so you can see what the results are in real time?
How do I make
I
it?
guess on the poll.
Oh, while it's polling, it'll show you. If you go back to your story, let me see. Hold on.
Are
If
you
I go
doing
back,
this with your iPhone?
yeah, I am.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, people, I'm just reading you what people are asking in
Oh,
the chat.
oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. So, um, if I were to check the polling, so I got rid of it, but during your story, like when you go back in to see look at, this is how you can see who's viewing your story, you guys. You go down here to the bottom left corner, you tap those pictures and you scroll and you can see who's watching your stories. And if you're set up on Facebook as well, then you can see on Facebook, for mine, it tells me who's also been watching my stories on Facebook. So I can see who's watching, I can see who's interested, I can see who's, who's commenting, who's making little hearts or whatnot. See, I get different reactions. There's hearts to different quotes that you get. So that's interaction between people, which is also going to cause you to have those people see your feed more, the people that interact with you. But yes, that's my, let me see if this lets you here. Okay, right here you can, story settings. Yeah, okay, here it is. So there it is right there, guys. Boom. Go into your story. Down at the bottom right, there's the 3 dots that say more. Tap the more button. When you hit the more button, go down to where it says story settings. Go into story settings. Roll down to where it says share your story to Facebook and enable that. Tap it so it's on.
Can you start over with what you just did, Amber? I'm looking at mine and the 3 dots is like it's at the top or something. Okay, so you're in your story, and is that how you
Yes.
start it? Okay, so so let me just put something in my story so that I have a story.
Yes.
Okay. So now I have, let me see. Now I have a story. Okay, 3 dots, story
Tap that.
settings. And
Go
then
down
go
to story
down
settings.
to, all right.
Roll
Share,
down to the
okay.
bottom, share your story to Facebook.
Perfect. And that's gonna override and be like the common one that is
Yep.
always activated. Perfect.
Yep. It won't ask you, it'll just do it. So yeah. So now anything you post on your Instagram is just automatically going to go to Facebook and you just don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I used to, well, before this company, because there's a lot of posting, which is fine, But I used to do some little things that were in the middle of my Facebook that weren't on my Instagram, because usually I have some of the same followers, but you can do whatever you want, But yeah, now it's just been easier for me to just overall post everything to Instagram and just let it shoot out to Facebook as well. So let me see here. What other questions can I answer for you guys?
Well, what I'd love for us to do, Amber, after their questions is go to boards and pull up the 7-day plan that I've outlined for you guys that says from Chat GPT, and like let's just take day 1 for example and say like show us, okay, this is day 1 of our 7-day launch. This is what I would do for my stories and reels, and just kind of create it based upon that.
Okay. I'm gonna have, what were you
Can
gonna
read
go
it
over?
to you if you want me to.
Yeah, can you, let me just go in there and look at it for a second, okay? Let me
Okay.
go look.
And
And
you
if you
can,
have something,
you can screen share too, so if everybody can see your board, so they know where
okay,
to go to find that.
okay. Let's see.
Thank you for doing this, girl. You're doing awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, stories are fun for me. I don't have a problem sharing that if I can learn the little quirks on how to do things, then it's actually, it's easy, it's fun, it's something. Okay, let's see. And Team Unstoppable. And we go into 1.0 or
Bottom
holiday.
right-hand corner, holiday post.
Okay, just making sure. Okay,
Yep.
challenge.
Yep.
7-day campaign. Okay, So let's see, we've got affirmation pictures. Oh yeah, you guys, you've got everything you need. It goes over right here.
So day one, let's start with day one. I'll read it. Hook the audience with the challenge. A real idea could be hook. Want to kickstart your healthiest year yet in the 28 days? And then stay on that one real quick, babe.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Stories. And then the content could be share details of the 28-day challenge, highlighting the prizes, community support, and expert education. We've got those pictures in those folders. Call to action, invite people, DM me ready to join, post ideas, share a visually engaging graphic outlining this, or you could just go straight to the story idea. Poll. What's your, and Amber can show us this. What's your biggest 2025 goal? Options could be weight loss, less stress, control cravings, balance hormones. That could be our example of what you can do for your story for day one.
Someone
Right.
remember those for me when I go in here. Okay, so here we go.
What is your
Dave?
biggest 2025 goal? Susan, Frank, do you think we should delete some of this content here and make it a little bit more simple where we just, is this too much in day one? Is that overwhelming?
We can look through it and see.
Let's look through it after this. Okay.
Um,
Gina said it's not too, Ann says too much. What does everybody think? We want to keep it simple, simple, simple.
no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Not too much.
That's
Okay.
good.
No, it's not too much. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over here and you know me about too much. Oof. Okay, so those are affirmation pictures, challenge pictures. Okay. So body balancing challenge. Do we want to use, which picture would you like me to use?
Whatever
Let me
your
just do it.
creative heart desires.
Okay, cool. Boom. Let me look at these.
And if you're overwhelmed, just post your 9 and 3. Like, just do what you can do. This is just, some people want to do more. Some people are here full time. Some people are part time. So just don't get overwhelmed. The only thing wrong is to do nothing. So at least post from boards your 9 and 3 in your Facebook feed.
I'm playing here for a second because I got to see how I get this.
So I guess basically our first step is going to be you're going to read what it says for the day, right? So you're trying to get info to get them engaged in launching your challenge. So that's what you're going to talk about that day. So if you start this tomorrow, would be starting to talk about, all right, we're ready for this challenge like she has right now. And you could even do something that says, what is the challenge? And then from
You guys,
that,
this is Misty, do you know, do you take pictures from boards and put them on your stories?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and where are you doing that? Where are you dragging that from?
I just
I'm
go
going
onto
there.
boards, hold on to it and paste it. Oh,
Oh,
you know
yes.
what? I'm having to go put it in my photos to
Yes,
do it.
okay, just making sure I was just, because we've been, we did a few rounds of this and you've been
Yes.
doing great since it. So I just wanted to make sure that I was going the right way. Okay, so yes, I just screenshot that first picture, you guys. Okay, so you missed that. Hold on, let me go back in there. Cancel that. Let me go back to boards. I screenshot this photo just now, or you could just tap this save button right here, but I screenshot the photo, I cropped it down to what I wanted because I can't post from my boards to my story for whatever reason. I'll figure that out if that's something that I'm just challenged with or what. But okay, so I'm going back into my Instagram. I'm going to the circle to add to my story. I'm pulling that picture, okay? This is our 28-day challenge. And let me see what it said here to begin. Okay, want to kickstart your healthiest year yet in just 28 days. Okay. What was it? Want to kickstart your health into gear in just 28 days? Was that what it was?
yeah, that's good. You can do that.
Okay.
I like saying that because everybody wants short, fast results, right? Some people have a trip coming up. Some people
Yeah.
have, right, like they have a month supply of drops. So I feel like if we keep saying that over and over and over to promote it.
Okay, and then so now I'm going to add the poll. All right. So I added the text, and the way I added the text was just by hitting that A button right up there, guys. The A. And if you want to have the background, just play with these little buttons over here after you get a couple words in, but you can change the writing, you can change, I mean, there's so many things that you can do as far as, customizing it for you. So maybe I'll change this to New Year. No, I don't like the way that looks. Okay. So that's there. And now I'm going to add the poll. Okay, here's that. We're going to go down here to the middle next to the heart eyes and hit poll. And what was the question again? What's your health goal in 2025?
Yes. Yep, that's good.
And is it weight loss?
Yep.
The next one was what?
You could just do get healthy, balance hormones.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was coming off that list that we gave.
I can give you the exact what it says exactly. Hold on one second.
Here, I got you.
You got
Weight
it.
loss, less stress, control cravings. See, I like those better. Weight loss, less stress, control cravings. Weight loss, less stress. Because I'm telling you, I've got two clients that are reordering again just recently. Well, one of them just wants to try it longer. Weight loss, less stress, and what was the other one?
Control cravings.
Thank you. But it's because of these reasons. They didn't really want to lose weight, but they wanted to feel better. So,
And you gotta
okay.
put balanced hormones because that's a big one.
Okay. Okay, so done. I'm going to make it just a little smaller, put it right there because I want it to be within the lines. See that little line? Boom. All right. So now I'm just going to add that to my story. Boom. There it is, guys. So I'll go back in here. It's uploading. And now you'll see down here at the bottom, it'll show that it went to Facebook as well.
And what she talks about in the video, you guys, as you go back and rewatch it, and you're going to need to watch it a couple times. Like I think there's great value in that. And she speaks pretty quick and fast. But then right there, you could just get on and do a quick video and talk about what the 28-day challenge is, why it's valuable, how you're going to use it, how you want to participate, how there's money to be gained, how it's a weekly support system, blah, 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 over and over and over. And that could be the things that you just drop in there, right, multiple times of the day. And even like the day before, kind of plan out your content a little bit. Get your pictures saved on your, on your camera roll. Like go ahead and put some thought into it, because if you try to do it in the moment, for me personally, like that's a little overwhelming. So if you're more of a planner, that could just be like, okay, this is what I want to do for my story and my reel. Something I have a question about, Amber, is when I post something on my Facebook page, where is the option to actually share that post to my story?
So let me go in my thing. Go down here to this post right here. Hit share. You hit share, and then right down here.
Perfect. Okay.
It says your story.
So see, if you guys wanted to do as elementary as it goes, that right there, do your 9 and 3 and then post it to your story.
Yep.
And you guys, I will put this recording in Team Unstoppable Facebook page.
Hey, and also I think it's important to have what I just pulled up a second ago. Let me find it in my downloads. Boom. This right here, you guys. So once you post something like that poll about that challenge, this right here, I don't know if if you've seen it, but this right here goes over exactly what that challenge is, how to participate. You can be reading this, you guys, as you're speaking if you need to. So whether you need to pull this up on your messenger on your computer while you're doing your little live so that you can talk back to it. But there's 3 different categories for 3 different prizes. So you can get 1,500 or 250 in 3 different categories. So it's not just 3, that's 9 winners, you guys. So that's pretty cool. Plus, you get to see in here, it tells you exactly what to do, it tells you about your photos and how to take them. So you can go over that. So you're going to have the information that you can have right in front of you that all you have to do is read exactly what this challenge is. You don't have to be nervous. You don't have to make up your own words. Like everything is right here.
Amber, can you drop that into the chat? And Susan Frank, can you grab this and put it in boards into the challenge?
Let's see. I think that, okay, how do I put this in the chat? Okay, I don't know how to do that shit.
You can just.
Mom, are you on here, Mom? That's who sent it to me.
Carol, can you help us out, girl? I did see her join.
Yes, I'm here.
Can you
Mama,
drop
can
that
you
in the
send that?
chat?
Yeah, can you pop that in the chat that you put in on our team chat the other day that I just pulled up for the challenge? I guess it might be in my downloads, huh? Sorry, guys. I'm not.
You're doing great, girl. Thank you for this. You're doing amazing.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that, but Cheryl will put that in. So does anybody have any questions for me? Or for anyone before,
Could Cheryl just put it in the Facebook group?
Yeah, the
That'd
Team
be-
Unstoppable group.
Yeah, instead of having to do 2 steps.
Yeah, I could do that right now.
Way to go, Nancy. Way to go, girl.
I can do that right now, girl. Let me see.
And I'm going to say on social media, because I'm not that tech savvy, Google will be your best friend. Like you can Google anything or Chat GPT if you know what that is, and it'll give you steps on how to do stuff. So don't get overwhelmed, and Google is your cheat always.
So you guys, this doesn't have to be perfect. Like the thing about it is your algorithms are just going to be going if you're doing it and you're trying to interact and you're getting on there and you're excited. People are excited to personalities and people that are excited. Like they're going to want to join you. They're going to want to get in this. If you could even say things like, hey, do you always fall off the wagon a weekend? Because people do that. They isolate and say, that's been my habit. That's been my normal go-to. I get all excited. I get fired up. And 2 weeks later, I'm on to the next thing. This can be accountability group to really link you in. This is perfect for everybody that's got drop customers. Reach out to your customers and say, especially if they're not reordering, in a text or do a voice memo that says, hey, you ordered these drops for me for a reason. Have you met your health goals? Well, no, not really. Okay, great. Let's try this again and use it as a tool to be able to get those people back on the drops again. Do you have any thoughts around that, Susan?
Yes, that is so true. The fortune is in the follow up. So definitely follow up with people. Let them know you care about them, that you want them reaching their goal, and you're here to support and help them. And Amber May, that was incredible. Thank you for stepping out there. And I can tell you, the people in the chat, I can already tell people's attitude. Your attitude or create your altitude in this business and your income. The people saying thank you. Some people have already went on and did it. Like they've already taken action. If you'll take information you learn and take action and have a positive attitude, you can change your finances and your health in 2025. And the only thing that stands between you and success is who looks back at you when you look in the mirror. So look at yourself. You can do this. Believe in yourself. Don't give excuses. Don't say no. This is over my head. Just do the 9 and 3 if you need to. But all I've done is 9 and 3. I've done a little bit with this, not a lot, and I've still done okay this year. So I'm going to step it up in 2025. We can always become better and always strive to become the best you can be and make time to create your fortune. This can free you financially. It can free you from health challenges that you can prevent from being overweight or not taking care of your body. Like, we can't move out of our body and move in somewhere else. So we got to take care of our temple. So I'm just so excited to have you guys on here this Saturday. And it shows you're serious because we're here and blessed to be partnered with you guys.
Wonderful. And you guys,
And-
I have a challenge for everybody. For these next 28 days or 35 days, see how many days you can get on that IPA call. That IPA call is amazing. And like Susan Frank just said, when I watched her, because I'm always studying her because she's amazing. Like, okay, what is she doing here? How is she doing this? Susan is amazing at always showing up at those IPA calls, but then she always puts into action. You don't ever see Susan Frank walking around anywhere without a skinny drop button on. So she hears how that selling drops. She's got the biggest people that get that big gigantic one, Susan, that somebody gave your mate, or it's like as big as her little body. So, I mean, she puts it into action. So get on those meetings, plug in, really figure out why you're doing this, because if you've got a really deep reason at why you're going to do it, when it gets tough, you're going to continue to do it. So way to show up for yourselves today, guys. We're so proud of you. We had over 100 people on this call today. So that's beautiful. That shows that you really want help, and maybe even have a friend on the team to say, hey, keep your eye out for my stories. Like, have somebody hold you accountable. If you get slack 2 days and you fall off, whatever tools you need to implement, we have an incredible support team here who we all want to see everybody win. So thanks you guys for.
I want to say something real quick, you guys. Okay.
Girl.
I had marked out 8 days to be gone because my kids are out of town. And I had this feeling a couple weeks ago that was not the choice, was to go out of town again. So I am here working this business with that time off. And so I'm offering anyone who wants help on anything that they could message me. I'm going to be working my business for sure from 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. with this company. So if you guys need me, that is during Pacific Standard Time. If you need me anytime between that time, message me from, this time until the 3rd. I have free time and I'm more than helpful or happy to help anything with it. If it's story related, if it's lives, if it's a 3-way call, anything you guys need, I'm here for you because I have 100% attention right here, right now.
Perfect. Signing up for a daily date. I'll take you up
Okay.
on that, girl.
Sounds good.
That group that you're part of, can we get a speaking part there? Your Latino group, can I come out and we do a presentation for everybody?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I want to do that. Okay, awesome.
Very cool.
All right.
See you guys.
Bye.
Adios. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks, Amber.
Thanks
Thanks,
so
everybody.
much.
Absolutely.
That was great.
Perfect.
Thank you, that was
Amber.
awesome.
That's
God bless you.
amazing.
Happy New Year,
Thanks, girl. We
everybody.
love
Love
ya.
you, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Thank
That was
you.
an
Have a
awesome
good one.
presentation.
Bye.
Mhm.